Hello everyone, welcome back to the SBRE. We're gonna do a recap of the 2012 horror thriller movie, Bait. In today's video, we're going to follow some people who got trapped in a flooded mall with great white sharks. Will they make it out alive? Let's find out. Make sure to watch the video till the end so you don't miss out on anything. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy. The scene opens with one of our main characters, Hangover, Josh, sleeping in his car. He gets woken by his friend Rory. He tells Josh that his proposal to Tina, Rory's sister, was a mistake and he shouldn't have done it. Then Rory gives Josh his grandmother's hangover drink to sober him up. Rory tells Josh that his sister's at the beach waiting for him to see something. Josh goes and sees Tina in a bikini bending down and picking up a seahorse. She shows it to him and then they take each other's hand and start walking towards the rocks to make out. The next scene shows Rory, who is standing up on his lifeguard's board watching an old man swimming far away from the shore. We see a shark in the water and then Josh, who is now the lifeguard, sees the old man get eaten by the shark. Josh sprints to the jet ski screaming for Rory to come and goes to save the man. The shark throws itself onto Rory's board, busting it and sending him flying into the water. Josh attempts to grab Rory and get him up onto the jet ski, but the shark bites his body and pulls it under where he gets completely devoured. His body is floating dead in the water and is pulled away by the shark. Next, we see Tina sitting on the beach paralyzed by the shock of what happened with Rory. A year has passed, and we see Josh watching TV alone in his house. The TV is showing a report that shark migration is now happening. Josh gets nervous seeing this, and he gets up to make a cup of coffee and prepare himself for the next workday at the supermarket. A newspaper article grabs his attention about the tragic death of his close friend Rory. After that, he leaves the house and heads to the supermarket. When he gets there, we see two people whose names are Doyle and Kirby sitting in a car discussing an upcoming robbery. They drive their car into the parking lot where Kyle and Heather stop. Heather nervously asks the reason why they stopped there. Kyle takes her phone out of her hands and quickly types something, and after reading it, she says he's bad. Heather's dog, who's also in the car with them, starts barking and annoys Kyle, who grabs it and puts it in the back seat when they start making out. The next scene shows Jamie in the supermarket shoplifting, putting things in her deep pockets. A security guard sees her and tries to chase her down, but she rushes away and manages to hide in the delivery room where she meets her boyfriend Ryan. Her boyfriend greets her for their anniversary and gives her a present. It's an iPod with a special playlist of songs. From deep in her pockets, Jamie pulls out a pair of stolen sunglasses and puts them on his head. He's fully aware that she stole them from the supermarket and tells her to put them back where she found them. Then we see Ryan's boss Jessup entering the room with a security guard walking right beside him. Jessup shares with both Ryan and Jamie that he's called the police on Jamie and fires her boyfriend right after that. The next scene of the movie presents Josh and Naomi, whom we see stacking shelves. While working, Josh turns his head and sees his ex-girlfriend Tina with her new boyfriend Steven. She wants to initiate a conversation with Josh, but Steven quickly walks in and tells her to go clean herself up. Steven goes to meet the cop he called, and he turns out to be Jamie's father Todd. After seeing him, Jamie's first and last reaction is to say, "Oh shit." Then, we see Doyle and Kirby making a plan and agreement about what their actions would be after the robbery is completed. As he's getting out of the car, Doyle puts a gun in the back of his pants, and Jamie's dad Todd, the cop, sees him doing it. Todd immediately takes a hold of his gun and follows him into the supermarket he's aiming to rob. Kyle's partner in crime, Doyle, makes his way to Steven and forces him to open the safe, but it turns out to be empty. Doyle starts asking where the money could be, and he starts walking down towards the cash registers. There, they stumble upon Todd, who is able to stop them. Kirby impulsively grabs a woman, puts a gun to her head, and tells him to put the guns down. Ryan starts walking directly to the car where Jamie is sitting in. She gets out of the vehicle after he lets her go and says that Dad is right. She heads straight into the supermarket to get her old job back and prove that she's now better than ever. They for sure know each other's personalities and understand what's happening. Ryan then tries to leave with his van, but the battery appears to be flat and he has no other way to leave the parking lot. Then we see Josh, who's washing his hands over the sink when a sudden gunshot disrupts the peace in the supermarket and creates panic among everybody. He sprints inside and sees Kirby in front of the dead body he shot in the head. Kirby then grabs Tina and points his gun at her head, ready to shoot her, but a tsunami forces its way into the city and floods everything: the supermarket, the parking lot, all of it. Ryan, Heather, and Kyle are unable to escape as they're trapped in the car. Everyone near them is dead except Tina, Josh, Doyle, Steven, Jamie, Pessup, Kirby, Todd, Naomi, and Neil. They all lose control and start panicking when a giant 12-foot great white shark starts attacking everyone who tries to find a way out of the place. Neil is the only one brave enough to make an attempt to save himself and the others, but his life is wasted by that bravery as a shark devours him. In the next scene, we see Kyle and Heather again, who are in their car, but this time it's underwater being surrounded by a great white shark. Inside, the wires attached to the ceiling and walls of the supermarket start to spark and increase the chance of creating an electric shock if it hits the water. Steven decides to turn the electricity off, but luck is not on his side as he also loses his life, this time by drowning. Then the shark in the parking lot swims around, smashes the window, and the water starts pouring into the car until it fills up completely. Kyle manages to escape through the sunroof and asks Ryan to help him get out of the water. Ryan then suggests to Kyle that he'll try distracting the great white shark so that he can swim to the van without getting eaten by it. Kyle agrees and lets Ryan do his job. Ryan starts proceeding with his plan. He cuts off a dead woman's hand and puts it into the water as bait so Kyle and Heather can swim safely to his van. The shark sees Kyle and goes to attack him, but he quickly reacts and throws Heather's dog towards it to save himself. The next scene goes back to the supermarket, showing everyone trying to escape through the vent. Ryan's boss Jessup volunteers to go first. He gets his head through the vent and it makes a very large group of crabs come out of it. The shark notices the moving crabs and swims towards them. There it senses Jessup is near and without a second thought it bites him in half, leaving him senseless. Kirby gets knocked into the water and Doyle, willing to save him, starts feeding Steven's other half to the shark to distract it. Meanwhile, in the parking lot, Heather is furious with Kyle for feeding her dog to the shark. Then, Ryan gets the idea of climbing over the van and using the pipes, but when he tries it, he falls in. Kyle immediately pulls him up into the van, but without any success. He gets knocked into the water, where the shark instantly attacks and chews Kyle to death. In one of the final scenes of the movie, we're back in the supermarket where everyone desperately tries to get out of the situation. The last living people are shown grabbing hooks and meat to trap and catch the killer shark. Josh is feeling guilty of Rory's death and tries to apologize to Tina because he can't stop blaming himself. Everyone is still trying to catch the shark with the meat they have, but soon they come to the realization that the shark is only interested in live bait, preferably human flesh. Kirby goes to grab the hook in order to fulfill his plan. He puts the same hook through Naomi's shirt and tries to put her in the water to attract the shark. Doyle does not appear to be a fan of this plan, so he stabs Kirby and goes to use him as bait instead. This plan finally works and they catch the ferocious animal. On the way out, Jamie hears Ryan banging on the pipes and finds out that Heather's dog is still alive. Josh and Jamie go to get them, but then they get chased by the second shark that was wandering around the parking lot. They get on top of Todd's car, and Josh tries to get Todd's taser and shotgun to kill the shark. Josh jumps in the water and fires the shotgun at the shark, killing it. They all get back to the supermarket where everything started and prepare to leave. But as they're about to do so, a tremor happens. The tremor causes the shark to break free, and Josh instinctively pulls out the taser and kills it. The final survivors of this tragic battle appear to be Josh, Ryan, Tina, Heather, Heather's dog, Doyle, and Naomi. They are devastated, but they're the proud heroes of the story who never let fear stop them from acting courageous. They all leave the supermarket and go to the streets, where they see the immeasurable destruction the tsunami has caused. The final scene shows a bird flying into the sea where it gets eaten by a jumping shark towards the camera, signaling that danger is still among us. That was it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. What are your thoughts about this movie? Would you watch it? Have a movie you want us to recap? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.